Hello, everybody, and welcome to another quick Marvel Legends, or at least I'll try to make it quick because this is a figure that came out a good while ago, way back in 2023. I don't remember what month, but I didn't pick it up because it was a Target exclusive, and I think I canceled my pre order. Sometimes you don't have the funds for it. I'm mostly focused on classified now, but this was a very intriguing figure, especially with what the Marvel Legends team has done here with the new sort of body mold and articulation updates that they made to this female body. But taking a quick look at the box here, we're gonna put her a little bit back. It was in this Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest packaging that we saw with a lot of other figures that they released, like Thor and the Destroyer, which is another pack I want to acquire. Hawkeye and the Sky Cycle, I think it's called, and all those sort of Avenger related 2 packs. But yeah, this one was Black Widow, again a Target exclusive. I found it on Amazon. There's a sort of store or seller there selling it for a little bit above retail price, I believe at $35, which honestly is fine, because if you were to buy this on its own at Target, through the website plus shipping, it would come out to be about $35 anyways. So not too bad for the price there. And then we have the Legends logo here, a nice sort of artwork piece here on the side. And then on the other side, another digital render, and they're showing her with the sort of puff tuft of hair, sort of in front of her face there, and same head sculpt over here. On the back, she's wearing the other head sculpt that she comes out of the package with, and then you see all the different accessories and the heads there. So yeah, nice little style of packaging. And then at the top, if you care about that, there's a logo there. But we're gonna get straight into her accessories and whatnot. Most of these, and she fell off, but most of these we have seen already with other Black Widow figures from Marvel Legends, so there's not really too much to cover. If you have some of those Black Widow figures, you know what you're getting. Even blast effects are the same and all that stuff. But you get, I believe she comes out with trigger fingers out of the box, so here are those. I will say some of them have an awkward, let me see if we can get some better lighting. So as I was saying, some of these have some awkward hinges, not necessarily these. This is normal, a horizontal hinge, hinges that way. The other trigger finger is a vertical, so it goes up and down. Let's see. And I dropped it. So for this one, it's a horizontal hinge that goes side to side, but it's just the way the finger sculpted. It's kind of weird seeing the hinge go, directly towards the thumb there, but again, it's just the way it's sculpted. I don't know if we've seen this hand before, or this open hand before, but this one's also a wide open hand. One of the fists is sculpted a little weird. Let me see if I can show that. It's sort of in an angle. Again, it's like going into the thumb, but I don't know if it's that one or this other hand. They're both kind of angled in that weird way. But yeah, it's angled at a weird way where it's like heading towards the thumb rather than, straight ahead into, the fingers here. But other than that, I mean, they work well, and they're both horizontal hinges, so that's nice. Accessories we've seen before are these two sort of, I don't know what to call them, bracelets, gauntlets, with the sort of smoke coming out of them, because she shoots them and then the smoke comes after. So you get 2 of these. Mine are pretty warped, at least this one is. But yeah, you get 2 of these we've seen before. We get 2 of these little blast effects which we have seen many times at this point. I believe these, or at least, the pistols should work with classified blast effects. I'll try that in a minute. And then you do get the other two smoky effects for the pistols. Again, we've seen these many times. Very hard to lose because they are that sort of clearer plastic. And then you get the two pistols, which we've also seen. I believe we saw these with the white costumed Black Widow, which I do have. But yeah, I'm not gonna bring it out to compare. But we have two pistols, one with the silencer. Again, they have ports there for the effects. And then we get two extra heads. Again, this one came out, or she came out of the box with this head sculpt on, which, looks pretty good. A lot of people complain about the hair on the face. Having it in hand, it is kind of bothersome how it just lays there, so I may do that. Just glue it to the side, and I think that looks a bit better. You get to see that nice detailing in the eyes. Looking very good, phenomenal, good paint overall, even at the lips. But yeah, some nice shade. Ooh, that doesn't look too nice, but you're not gonna see that ever. So yeah, I may glue it that way. It just shows her face a lot better, and I prefer that. Then you have this one, which we saw on the packaging, Again, she has hair all over her face, but this time it's not as obstructive. And then you have this strand sort of going over the shoulder. And it is also painted very nicely and very well done. And they both have the same eye color and whatnot, so that's nice to see. And then the other head sculpt here was this one, which is my favorite by far. I just love the long flowing hair and then that mean aggressive expression. And this one isn't painted as nicely, at least with, I don't know, there's something with her right eye. It just seems off seeing it here through the camera. But I don't know, I can't really make it out. Some more zoom in with the camera. It looks fine. It does look kind of sloppy with that right eye, but that's just me. You guys let me know what you think of that. But yeah, getting into the articulation, pretty standard for female legends, at least the recent, more recent double jointed female action figures. Mine is kind of tight in this joint here. As you can see, it takes some force, but you do get some good range. You have your bicep, arms go out about that much. You have your butterfly joints. And then you have a disc hinge for the head. So I prefer the disc hinge. You get a lot of down, not a lot of up, obviously, for the hair. And you still get some pivoting for those who care about, your pivots in your head sculpts. And then this is where the most articulation advancement for female figures in the Marvel Legends is happening. You have a ball jointed upper torso here, which, you get a lot of back for it. Not a lot of front though, so that's a bit of a shame. You do get some side to side, and obviously she rocks around very smoothly. But yeah, I think the Hasbro team and for both Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified, still need to figure out a good way to get good range going forward with those sort of, with this sort of articulation scheme. And then at the bottom, they did the same thing they did with sort of Spider-Man, which is what others call it, the inverted ab crunch. But she crunches forward very well. She crunches back very well, and crunching it back, it does look a bit odd when you see these weird things kind of sticking out. I mean, it's rather smooth, but I think it's more noticeable from the front. But yeah, you get some good range with that. She can kick out and up pretty well. out, not so much. I don't know if she has drop down hips. I don't believe so. Upper thigh cut. You do have double jointed knee, so yeah, it's very good. She can kick her own butt. And then a boot cut would have been nice. I think that's what would have added more posability to her. I was noticing that yesterday when I opened her. I was like, there's no boot cut, and that would have been nice to have. And then the feet go forward, back, and they have the ankle pivot, which is very nice. I also thought she had articulated toes, because in some pictures it looked like it was bent, but it's just the way it's sculpted. It looks like it's bent and has articulation there. But yeah, overall, the articulation is great, and it's what I think a lot of Marvel Legends fans wanted. It's just a good posing female figure, and who knows how often we'll see this, because this is a very specific sculpt for Black Widow. You know, you have the zipper going all the way down and seams and stuff. You have wrinkles and whatnot, and then even on the back you have different wrinkles and another seam going down the butt. So yeah, it's very Black Widow specific, so who knows how they'll be able to retool this to accommodate for other female characters. But it's definitely an improvement upon Marvel Legends female, you know, body molds, and I hope we see more of it and see it a lot sooner than later. But yeah, this Black Widow has a lot of small details, very fun details, and yeah, overall she looks good. She poses well, she looks great. There's not much I can say. People are comparing this to, you know, import levels of accessories and just, you know, articulation wise, which I can see the comparison, but you know, it is still Marvel Legends. We still see, you know, plenty of reuse, especially here with the arms. I believe those are reuse, and the legs. So yeah, but I think that does it for my review. Like I said, I thought I had to make it quick, but I'm already seeing the timer and it's 12 minutes, so I'll end it here. So let me know if you guys have this Black Widow in your collection. It's definitely a good improvement. Like I said, you can find her on Amazon for $35 from that other seller. So good luck trying to get her, and I'll see you guys in a future video.